Hello everyone, welcome to the ITLS Academy. Today's lecture is based on the new topic food. Let's understand what is food. Food is any substance consumed to provide nutritional support for an organism. Food is usually of plant or animal origin, that is, they are derived from either plant or animal, and also contains essential nutrients such as carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, or minerals. The substance is what happen is generally we ingest it, and it is ingested by an organism and assimilated by the organism cells to provide energy, maintain life, or to stimulate growth. Food is one of the basic needs of human being. It is required for the normal functioning of the body parts and also for a healthy growth. Let's see the normal definitions for food. Food is generally defined as any substance composed of carbohydrates, water, fats, or protein that is either eaten or drunk by animals, including humans, for nutrition or pleasure. Food science is another term, that is the study concerned with all technical aspects of food, beginning with the harvesting or slaughtering and ending with its cooking and consumption. It is considered one of the life sciences and is usually considered distinct from the field of nutrition. Let's understand what are the basic compositions of food. Generally, our body requires carbohydrate, proteins, fat, enzymes, vitamins, and minerals for a healthy growth. However, our body cannot produce all these nutrients. Hence, food is the only source to obtain these nutrients in an adequate quantity. Because our body do not produce, that is why we depend on the foods. That is why we depend generally on the different types of nutrition, so that our body can capable of absorb all the nutrients from the natural source. That is the importance of food in our life. We don't get these nutrients in sufficient amount, then we may suffer from a number of health problems. For example, if we do not take a proper quantity of protein in our diet, we do not take the proper quantity of carbohydrate, what happens? General basic problems arises in our body. Health issues arises in our body, any of the organism, and we are unable to survive if we do not take the proper nutrition, proper diet, proper food in our life. So a balanced diet is always recommended, which is defined as a diet containing carbohydrate, protein, fat, dietary fibers, vitamins and minerals in right proportion. Carbohydrate, proteins and fats supply 90% of the dry weight of the diet and 100% of its energy. Okay, let's begin with the carbohydrate first. Let's understand what is a carbohydrate. Carbohydrate, let me tell you that whatever the simple sugar we take it, these glucose, for example, you have heard about in normal daily life, that is a part of carbohydrate, means that is a carbohydrate, not a part, that is a carbohydrate. A carbohydrate is an organic compound with its general formula CnH2n, that is consisting only of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Carbohydrate is generally divided into three types, that is, they are divided into monosaccharides, disaccharides and polysaccharides. In monosaccharide, let me tell you, monosaccharides are the single units of the carbohydrate. Suppose glucose is a single unit, fructose is a single unit, xylose is a single unit. These are the types of carbohydrate which comes under the category of monosaccharides. Mono means single. Next is the disaccharide. Wherever the term di attached, it means that it is a composition of two things. So disaccharide means it is a combination of two monosaccharides unit that can be of same group or that can be of different groups. Di means two. So sucrose is one of the disaccharide, and whereas polysaccharides, when more than 2 to 3 monosaccharides are attached to one another and forms a single compound that is known as the polysaccharides. So let's understand the further things. Polysaccharide serves for the storage of energy. That is, for example, starch and glycogen are a type of polysaccharides and act as a structural component of a cell or of an organism. Monosaccharides are the major source of fuel for metabolism, being used both as the energy source and in the biosynthesis. Glucose being the most important in nature that serves as a fuel for the organism cell. So monosaccharide, I have told you that it is a single unit. Next is the sucrose, that is the most abundant disaccharide and the main form in which the carbohydrates are transported in plants. It is composed of one D-glucose molecules and one D-fructose molecule. So as I told, disaccharide means it is a combination of two monosaccharides. So here the two monosaccharides are used for making a sucrose, that is a one molecule of glucose is attached to one molecule of fructose, combinedly making a sucrose molecule. Now, depending on the size of the molecule, carbohydrates may be simple or complex. Simple carbohydrates. Various forms of sugar such as glucose and sucrose are simple carbohydrate. They are small molecules, so they can be broken down and absorbed by the body quickly and are quickest source of energy. They quickly increase the level of blood glucose. Fruits, dairy products, honey, maple syrup contains a large amount of simple carbohydrate which provides the sweet taste in most candies and cakes, and they are also provides the energy, quick energy to our body. Next is the complex carbohydrate. These carbohydrates are composed of long strings of simple carbohydrates. Because complex carbohydrates are larger molecule than simple carbohydrate, they must be broken down into simple carbohydrate before they can be absorbed. Thus, they tend to provide energy to the body more slowly than simple carbohydrate, but still more quickly than the protein or fat. Because they are digested more slowly, they are less likely to be converted to fat. They also increase the blood sugar level more slowly and to lower level than the simple carbohydrate, but for a longer time. Complex carbohydrate includes starch, fibers, which occurs in wheat products, other grains, beans and roots and vegetables. Carbohydrate can be refined or unrefined. Here refined means that the food is highly processed. The fiber and bran as well as many of the vitamins and minerals they contain have been stripped away. Thus, the body processes these carbohydrates quickly and they provide little nutrition, although they contain about the same number of calories. Refined products are often enriched meaning of vitamins and minerals and have been added back to increase their nutritional value. A diet high in simple or refined carbohydrate tends to increase the risk of obesity and diabetes. Okay, our next category is fats. Fat consists of a wide group of compounds that are generally soluble in organic solvent and largely insoluble in water. Chemically, fats are generally triesters of glycerol and fatty acids. They may be either solid or liquid at room temperature depending on their structure and composition. Although the word oils, fats, lipids are all used to refer the fat. Oil is usually used to refer to fats that are liquid at room temperature, while the fats is usually used to refer to the fats that are solid at room temperature. Lipids is used to refer both the liquid and as well as the solid fats along with other related substances. Now the word oil is used for many substances that does not mix with water and has a fresh greasy feel, such as petroleum fats and heating oils regardlessly to its chemical structure. Fats are generally used and are stored in our cell. They are stored in cell beneath the cell, that is the adipose tissue, And when the energy is used and when the body is in starvation condition, these energies are utilized to provide the energy, these fats are utilized to provide the energy to the body or organism. Next component of the food is the protein. Let's talk about it. Another very important constituent of food. Proteins are found in all cells and in almost all parts of the cell. They contribute to almost half of the body dry weight. Proteins are major organic constituent of protoplasm and a number of extracellular components. These are important dietary constituent and perform a wide range of functions like providing structures to the body, transporting oxygen and other substance within the organism, regulating the body chemistry and etc., and various metabolic activities where the proteins are generally required. Proteins are essential not only as a constituent of food, but they also have a significant role to play in processing and preparation of food. This is primarily due to their water binding capacity and ability to coagulate on heating. They find its application as gel former, emulsifier, foaming agent, etc. Protein, we know that is a nutrient that the body needs to grow and maintain itself. Next to water, if we talk about, protein is the most plentiful substances in our bodies. Just about everyone knows that the muscles are made of protein. Actually, every single cell in the body has some protein. In addition, other important parts of the body like hair, skin, eyes, and body organs are all made of from protein. Many substances that control body functions such as enzymes and hormones also are made from the protein. Other important function of protein includes the forming blood cells and making antibodies to protect us from illness and infection. Next component is the vitamins. A vitamin is an organic compound required as a nutrient in tiny amounts by an organism. They are mainly classified by their biological and chemical activity, not their structure. So vitamins are classified as either water soluble or can be fat soluble. In humans, if we talk about, there are 13 vitamins, out of which 4 are fat soluble, that is A, D, E and K, and 9 vitamins are water soluble, that is 8. Out of that, 8 are the complex of vitamin B, and the next is the vitamin C. So water soluble vitamins dissolve easily in water and in general are readily excreted from the body to the degree that urinary output is a strong predictor of vitamin consumption. Now, role of vitamins. Vitamins are essential for the normal growth and development of a multicellular organism. For the most parts, vitamins are obtained with the food, but a few are obtained by other means. For example, if we say microorganism in the intestine, commonly known as the gut flora, produces the vitamin K and biotin, while one form of vitamin D is synthesized in the skin with the help of natural ultraviolet wavelength of sunlight. Humans can produce some vitamins from precursors they consume. Example, it includes the vitamin A produced from the beta carotene and niacin from the amino acid tryptophan. Once the growth and development are completed, vitamins remains essential nutrients for the healthy maintenance of the cells, tissues and organs. Now next is the minerals. Dietary minerals are the chemical elements required by living organisms other than the 4 elements, that is the main carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen present in the common organic molecules. The dietary focus on dietary minerals derive from their interest in supporting biochemical reactions with the required elemental component. Appropriate intake level of certain chemical elements are thus required to maintain optimal health. Essential dietary minerals. Some sources state that 16 dietary minerals are required to support human biochemical processes by serving structural and functional role as well as the electrolyte. Sometimes a distinction is drawn between this category and micronutrients. Most of the dietary minerals are of relatively low atomic weight. Our body needs larger amount of some minerals such as calcium to grow and stay healthy and for both bones. Other minerals like chromium, copper, iodine, iron, selenium, zinc are called the trace minerals because we only need very small amount of them each day. Okay, the another thing, the most important is in our life, in comparison to food, is the water in our diet. Water is a combination of hydrogen and oxygen, and it is the basic for fluids of the body. Water makes up more than two-thirds of the weight of the human's body. Without water, human would die in a few days. All the cells and organs needs water to function. Water serves as a lubricant and is the basis of saliva and the fluid surrounding the joints. Water regulates the body temperature through perspiration. It also helps prevent and alleviate constipation by moving food through the intestinal tract. Thank you for being with us. I hope you have understood all the compositions and all the relative informations about the food, and you can also get more information about the topic. So follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, and do subscribe our channel ITLS Academy at YouTube.